Dear viewers, welcome to our channel. Did you know? In the commercial history of India, there's a legendary tale of an ordinary family's extraordinary rise. It's an era filled with challenges and opportunities, where a young man named Dhirubhai Ambani, fueled by passion and ambition, embarked on a journey to change his destiny. His story embodies personal courage, family legacy, and the rise of a business empire. It's a commercial saga, a narrative of power and wealth. The question arises, how did the Ambani family achieve immense success in business through political connections and strategic investments? Is this model sustainable in today's business environment? How did the Ambani family's legacy plan help them achieve sustained growth of their business empire? What insights does this legacy model offer to other family businesses? How did the breakthrough of the Reliance Group in telecommunications and digital services change India's business landscape? How will the future development trends of these industries affect the Ambani family's position and business strategy? Throughout his 69-year career, Dhirubhai Ambani built India's largest private enterprise, shaping unprecedented political and business influence. Whether you admire or resent him, you cannot ignore his prowess in changing the rules of the game and controlling fate. His foresight, strategic acumen, ability to navigate both the elite and the masses, evoke both awe and envy. He ruthlessly dealt with adversaries, surpassing the legendary Tata family long before the end of the 20th century. At the age of 17, Dhirubhai Ambani, initially a poor teacher, followed in his elder brother's footsteps, journeying to Aden, Yemen, and working at a Shell gas station to make ends meet. During these challenging times, he grasped the essence of bending the rules. By chance, he discovered that the silver content in Yemeni coins exceeded their face value. He actively exchanged and processed these coins, ultimately converting them into silver bars, which he sold to bullion merchants in London. Although the government discovered this transaction 3 months later and forced him to stop, Dhirubhai had already made his first bucket of gold. In 1959, Dhirubhai returned to India and, with a cousin, established Reliance Commercial Corporation with a capital of 15,000 rupees, engaging in spice and textile exports in Mumbai. Their office in the crowded downtown area of Mumbai had only one telephone, one desk, 3 chairs, and 2 employees. 7 years later, Dhirubhai built a textile mill in Ahmedabad, entering the textile industry. Over the next decade, he vigorously promoted his own brand in India. It is said that he opened 100 chain stores in a single day. But later, his career encountered bottlenecks, and Dhirubhai began to realize the crucial role of politics in capital expansion, especially in an era of immature business rules and state monopoly on resources. In the late 1970s, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi faced political turmoil, high inflation, widespread bureaucratic corruption, and public hardship. Her reputation hit rock bottom, but Dhirubhai decided to continue supporting her. In 1977, Indira suffered a humiliating defeat, and in 1980, she was re-elected, with Dhirubhai and a group of entrepreneurs gaining her trust. Indira emphasized the importance of trustworthy industrialists to the national economy. Years later, even the smallest shareholders of Reliance knew that Dhirubhai's most valuable resource was not his business ideas but his powerful network. In practice, a prominent anti-corruption campaigner pointed out that this was a typical Reliance-style expansion strategy, first ignoring and undermining existing policies for personal gain, then rewriting policies through government departments to maximize self-interest. For Dhirubhai, being tied to political figures always seemed to work. Relying on special government favors, Reliance gradually eliminated one competitor after another, to the extent that there is now a joke in India: who is the most powerful political party in India? The Indian Reliance Party. Today, this behemoth has become the world's largest producer of polyester fibers and yarns, just one small branch of its many industries. In 2002, Dhirubhai Ambani, the founder of the Reliance Group, passed away suddenly from a heart attack without leaving a will. His 2 sons, Mukesh and Anil, initially worked together to manage the immense wealth left by their father. But over time, as differences in personality and management philosophies emerged, the cracks between the brothers became more apparent, widening continuously, eventually escalating into a public feud, triggering a nationwide battle for the division of wealth among the elite families of India, causing drastic fluctuations in the group's stock prices and even the entire Indian stock market. Even the personal mediation of the then Prime Minister Singh and Finance Minister Chidambaram was in vain. Ultimately, under the mediation of their mother Kokilaben, the two brothers negotiated and opted for a division agreement. Mukesh took over as chairman of Reliance Industries, responsible for industries such as retail, energy, chemicals, jewelry, agriculture, and defense, while Anil took control of all new economy sectors, including telecommunications, entertainment, asset management, power, and infrastructure. This peaceful division plan also relieved investors. On the day the division plan was announced, the benchmark index of the Indian stock market broke through the 7,000-point mark, and the stocks of the four listed companies under the Reliance Group saw gains ranging from 3.9% to 24.8%. The vast Reliance empire created by Ambani has long dominated the Indian petrochemical market, rapidly rising to become leaders in telecommunications and energy industries, and thriving in the biotechnology field. They end-to-end control the Indian energy market, a strategy described by journalists as going upstream, first occupying the raw material market, then gradually acquiring upstream companies. In the petrochemical field, they are determined to control every link from oil wells to power sockets. The conglomerate's revenue has shifted from manufacturing to petroleum, retail, and services, with industrial restructuring ensuring continued growth. In the 1990s, Reliance Group's operating income reached $18 billion, accounting for 3% of India's GDP, 5% of annual exports, and 30% of total private sector profits. Since 1977, revenue has increased 400 times, profits have increased 900 times, and market value has increased 3,300 times. It became the first Indian company to enter the Fortune Global 500, with its credibility so high that Western analysts even saw it as an indicator of India's sovereign rating. In the second half of 2016, Reliance Jio began operations, offering a large amount of 4G data and free calls, completely overturning India's telecom market. Today, Reliance Jio is India's largest telecom operator, attracting around 370 million users. In addition, Reliance Jio also provides various software services, becoming a comprehensive internet company. Reliance Industries, which owns digital assets such as Reliance Jio, saw its valuation soar to $65.95 billion through a deal with Facebook. This is the largest deal since Facebook's acquisition of WhatsApp in 2014, and the largest foreign direct investment in India's IT sector. The cooperation between WhatsApp and Reliance Jio's e-commerce business is expected to integrate social, e-commerce, and payment businesses, driving Facebook's development in the Indian market. Mukesh Ambani has brought wealth appreciation through a mobile phone. He launched a 4G smartphone, Jio Phone, which users can use for free with a deposit of 150 rupees and get a full refund after 3 years. This move attracted more than 200 million users and achieved great success, leading to a continuous rise in Reliance Industries stock. Mukesh Ambani has thus become the new nobility and giant of India's telecom industry, with so many businesses to engage in more new businesses and services. In short, his business model is somewhat similar to some Chinese smartphone manufacturers, relying on low-cost smartphones to expand market share, even selling at a loss, and finally making money through software, services, and even capital market and stock price increases. In the end, he succeeded. He not only carried forward his father's oil business but also became a telecom giant and an internet newcomer. The entire Reliance Group now has a total market value of $217 billion, making it one of Asia's wealthiest families. Mukesh Ambani ranked 10th on the Forbes billionaires list in 2022, with assets of $90.7 billion, making him Asia's richest person. At the age of 66, he has 3 children, twins Akash and Isha, born in 1991, and son Anant, born in 1995. It is reported that all three hold important positions in the Reliance Group and are called India's youngest billionaire entrepreneurs. Mukesh began handing over responsibilities to his three children several years ago, deeply involving them in various family businesses and gradually transferring leadership of key businesses to them. On January 28, India Reliance Industries held its annual meeting for 2023, and Ambani's three children, Isha, Akash, and Anant, became non-executive directors. Some media reports indicated that this marked the entry of the Reliance Group into the era of third-generation family heirs. The Ambani family has undergone two different stages of separation arrangements, allowing the legendary wealth of the family to continue. With the growth of the Indian economy, the three generations of Ambanis are expected to further propel the Reliance Group onto the world stage. Family inheritance plans are closely related to corporate transformation strategies, serving as the driving force for the group's diversified development. The legend of the Ambani family once again proves that early family succession planning is crucial, preserving wealth while exploring new business opportunities. In conclusion, let's summarize for the readers, hoping you have gained something, insight and reflection. The legendary story of the Ambani family is not just a history of rise and fall but also a model of business wisdom and family inheritance. Through the entrepreneurial journey of Dhirubhai Ambani, we learn how to find opportunities in adversity, how to develop in coordination with political forces, and how to resolve internal conflicts through strategic division plans. This story tells us that success is not accidental but requires firm belief, relentless effort, and the right strategy. At the same time, the inheritance of family businesses is also a significant challenge, requiring advanced planning and effective execution. Finally, let's think together, how can we maintain competitive advantage and sustainable development in a rapidly changing business environment? Today's video ends here. Stay tuned for the next exciting content. Goodbye. Goodbye.